It's time for the Bob Bailey Show, with views and interviews with people who are in the news and those special people who are in the public eye. And a little music added just for fun. Today's show is brought to you by Southwest Gas Corporation and Pepsi-Cola, the Diet Cola for the young at heart. Now, here he is, your host, Bob Bailey.
Thank you very much, Chuck Hall, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the Bob Bailey Show. Today is a departure from our regular show that we have for you each Sunday. You are witnessing the opening of the new K-Show TV Happy Theater. We'll be coming to you from this Happy Theater occasionally throughout the year, and we feel today that it's going to be an exceptionally good show. We were intending to have as co-host with me today Mr. Sammy Davis Jr., who is currently appearing at the Sands Hotel. As most of you probably know now from reading your newspapers, Sammy has been very ill, having contacted the flu, which Red and I are going to talk about in just a moment, and it was just absolutely impossible for him to get here. But Red Fox, who is currently appearing at Caesar's Palace, has been very kind to come over and not only fill in for Sammy in the co-host spot, but of course to do some of the wonderful comedy that he is known for throughout the entire world. We want to say hello to Red Fox in our Happy Theater. You know, I'm very happy that you could come over today, and Sammy wanted me to tell you that he really appreciates your coming filling in for him.
Well, I'm glad I gave it a shot.
You know, I think this is the Hong Kong flu that Sammy has.
Yes, Hong Kong flu. That's terrible. I feel just as bad. I got this Hong Kong suit. That's what I'm mistaken about.
Red, you know, I wanted to talk with you, go back and talk with you a little something about soul. You know, so many people talking about soul today, and soul has been around us for a long time. And the real soul began down south with the singers, the gospel singers, Dinah Washington. How many of them have come from the soul school? These young men up here are called the soul stirrers. Say hello to Red Fox gang.
Hello there, stir. You're going to stir up something in a minute.
They're going to stir up something in a minute. Yeah, I think that the pathos of the black man in the South possibly was the inspiration originally of what we call soul music. And in those particular areas, I would say possibly Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas certainly are the basic black belt.
You can say that if you want to.
I see I'm not going to get serious on this show today. It's kind of hard to place you in any one bracket because you cover the whole musical gauntlet, you know, the whole thing. How did you happen to get into composing?
Well, I'll tell you. When I was 12 years old, I wanted to play like a lot of the fellas I heard playing, and they tried to teach me, and I couldn't learn anything. So when I was confined to the house a couple of weeks with a bad cold or something, well, then I had to write something that fit under my fingers. So it was called a soda fountain ride.
And that was
you want to hear it?
Yeah, well, I certainly do. That's back to the old striding school. Yeah. And that you wrote that when you were 12. Did you
I
put
was
it down?
a soda jerk, you see.
Oh, come on.
I was a soda jerk, and they had a piano player when we used to drink a lot of soda with his mixture. And
with his mixture.
Yeah, and so, you know, when he would sort of conk out, well, I would come from behind the soda fountain and take over the piano.
And what did you play?
Well, I had 3 numbers I played, and I played the same thing for you.
You know, I'm so sorry that Sam couldn't make it out.
Listen, hold tight. Excuse me a moment, will you? Just keep.
Where are you going? Oh goodness. We sincerely hope you're enjoying our show out there as much as we're enjoying it down here in the studio. In fact, We just... Oh, wow. How you feel, baby? I guess I really shouldn't even ask that question, how you feel, and you just don't know how I feel, knowing that you haven't been able to make your shows and you came out to spend just a few minutes with us. I didn't even expect you. I really didn't.
It's been rough for me, and I'm one of the few guys, Bob. We've known each other long enough. I can say this, and you know it's true. I hate to be sick.
I know it. I
hate to be. No, I can't. If I was going to get sick, Red, I should get sick in Syracuse. Right. I don't get sick in Las Vegas, where everything is going on and happening.
Well, that's really the story. You know, we were talking just a little while ago, before we went on camera, actually, about how things eventually progress and bring themselves around. It takes a long time. But we were talking about how things used to be here in Las Vegas for the entertainer. Say back in...
Just got a pain.
Yeah, I know. Back in... when was the first time you played here, Sammy?
1944.
1944.
1944, and you couldn't, in those days, Bob, you could not, you had to enter into the club in the back door. I was at the old rancho. You could not, they did not allow the performers, the black entertainers, to dress in the club. All the rest of the people dressed in the club. They gave us a room, which was one of the old rooms they didn't use, gave us that to dress in, and took the bed out so we wouldn't be able to sleep in it. I went down to Georgia, to Atlanta for the first time, and the occasion was very, very sad and miserable for all of us, for the funeral of Dr. King. And by the same token, it was the most exciting and illuminating to me to find out what was happening in Atlanta, Georgia. Right. You know, restaurants, hotels, theaters, everything.
Well, the whole world is changing. I think we always try to leave a little thought with our youngsters out there, especially the black youngsters, and especially those that are in the ghetto and do have the disadvantages, that if they work hard and if they work a long time, that things will happen. And the things that we have gone through, the future certainly is going to be their future if they prepare for it. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, it's a brighter life for them. It's a brighter life, but they've got to also realize that they are going to be the new leadership. Therefore, they must prepare themselves in many areas, educationally, looking clean, doing their thing, and being aware of their blackness, and to use their blackness as pride, not as a stick, like the old fake cat shouldn't use his whiteness as one, you know.
That's beautiful. I Ray, I want to thank you very much for coming out, being with us. And Sammy, I don't have to tell you what it means to me that you got out of the bed to come over here, man. I know what this is. Henry P. has relinquished his time today, which normally is in our Black News of America. And Henry P., I want to thank you. Henry's been my right arm back here, helping out with everything and making sure that we were just right. Once again, we want to thank the Gospel Tones, the Real Soul Group, and we'll be telling you from time to time where they'll be singing in the various churches around town. Until we meet again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been yours truly, Bob Bailey, with our very, very first showing from the K-Show TV Happy Theater. We'll be back with you again next